guys don't know what your wrapped ETH is worth, etc., etc. So like for instance here, there's a balance here of, we maximize that out, right? So it's 0.45, right? What you need to do is very simple. There's a website called coinbase.com/converter/WETH/USDT. And what that basically is, it's the converter for you to understand what your wrapped ETH, which is base Ethereum, used to USD, which is dollars, right? So the converter, once again, the website is, and I'll copy it here and I'll put it down here so you guys can, maybe it'll pop up in there, right? So it is coinbase.com/converter/WETH, which is your WETH/USDT. So for instance here, if we take a look at the wallet address, we can see there's a maximum in there for the trade of 0.045, right? So let's go to the converter. That means if we have 0.045, right, that is equivalent to $146. Like I was telling you, $150 worth of $150 worth of cash. Now let's say we convert this over, and let's say that we're going to drop this down to a $50 buy, and that's going to give us $50 worth of we're going to control copy this, $50 worth of BBT, baby tiger. Now when we put this conversion over to the scenario, this amount of WETH is $47 worth of USD, right? So this is a great version here where we can use a ability to purchase something and know how much we're getting worth, to avoid overpaying taxes or slippage or anything like that, right? So when we go back, and what I'm saying, pay attention here, right? So we're going to sell 0.01455, right? Let's just get rid of the rest of this right here. We'll delete that, right? So we're going to do 0.0145, right? If you want to make it an even 50, you can raise this up here. Let's change this to 146. Okay, 147, 149. Okay, or 15. There you go. So that's 49 bucks. Now the thing here is that now that we're doing this in a way that we're using the conversion rate and we're not maximizing our Ethereum, because let me show you again. So if we maximize the Ethereum, it comes to a point where it only allows us to use this amount of wrapped Ethereum, which would be this right here, $112, right? Now what we want to do here is we want to use something a little bit different. We want to get $50 worth of our, so 0.045. Actually, we'll add a 0.4 or 0.5 in there. Let me say 1.5, 0.145. There we go. So now we're buying $50 worth of baby tiger, just to have an example here. This will allow you to make this happen, and you can swap this out and get yourself in there. So this is where you would be, is if you're buying this amount of a tiger and putting yourself in there and so forth. So 50 bucks worth of baby tiger would be right in here. And let's go ahead and set up a swap here. So we're going to go to Uniswap, and you need to connect your wallet right here. Understand that you're connecting your wallet. We're going to select the token. We're going to use we're going to use our WETH here, and we're going to hit max originally, and then what we're going to do is just change this out ourselves, and we're going to go 145. All right, now connecting wallet. Don't know why it's taking this long for Uniswap to connect it, but we're going to want to make a swap here. Now let's give Uniswap another try here, or we use OKX. It's a beautiful thing about exchanges. You can swap back and forth. Okay, here's Basecamp. I understand. Let's connect the wallet. Okay, we're going to connect MetaMask. And MetaMask is just going to allow us to connect it. We're going to confirm it. There we go. Now let's run this through here. All right, so now we're connected. We're going to select the token. We're going to take the Ethereum. Let's take the 145 and to swap here, and this should give us 40 some dollars. Let's go 115, 50 bucks worth of baby tiger. Should give us our 6,000 tokens, and this will allow us to swap out. So let's go ahead and swap that out real quick, and you can see here the fees and the rates all go down here. Currently right now the fees are pretty cheap for this, so it's not a bad swap to get into these type of lower projects. And watching base and how much it costs and taxes, and this is a way to, this is a follow-up video to the previous video on how to take advantage of, like, make sure that you're not overpaying. So far right now, out of the $146, says we're spending $49 here, and that would basically, with the fees of 0.12 cents. So we're going to confirm the swap, and then your MetaMask should pop up on the right. It's going to ask you what you're receiving, how much your swap is. Estimated fee is only 2 cents. So if this all goes through correctly, this is a good swap for base, and it makes a lot of sense to move at this time because fees are low at this moment here, and that's pretty much the best way to do it. So now that that's done, we're going to check our MetaMask real quick just to make sure that swap is what it's supposed to be. So originally we started off with 146 in Ethereum. Now we have 96 in Ethereum, so we bought $50 worth of baby tiger, and that all worked out for 2 cents. So it's a very quick move. So using Uniswap here, putting in the amounts that you want to put in there, using your Coinbase converter to make sure that you're getting the amount you're supposed to be getting for what you're buying, and that is how you can just calculate how much your WETH is worth and so forth. Now, to understand how much your baby tiger's worth, let's say if you have I'm saying baby tiger, but any product that's on base and it doesn't have a value. So let's say that you're looking at your MetaMask, and the MetaMask says that you have 6,000 tokens, right? Now the reason why you could use here is you can go down here. Let's swap this over. Now you can see here that our baby tiger balance went from 0 to 6,096. Now we're going to hit max on this. The reason why we're hitting max is we're not going to swap here. What we're actually going to do is when we hit that, it's going to give us our balance of ETH, wealth, right? The WETH. You can see here that your WETH on the left hand side is now 0.14793. Now remember, when we swapped this, we did a 0.015. So we lost a little bit in transaction, right? And to get the amount and to get your balance. So let's say you have a coin, you put it in your DEX tools, and you maximize your balance, and it tells you how much WETH you have. Take that number of WETH, which here is 0.14 or 0.01479. Take that over to your calculator, and this will tell you how much money your coin that you're holding that has no value in your MetaMask. So let's say your MetaMask has a coin, but it doesn't tell you how much it's worth. You simply come over here, you put in your Coinbase convert, and what happens here is you realize that now your WETH is worth 48.26. So if you sold that token, right, and let's go over here and we'll do some swapping here. If you sell that token, that's how much you would actually have in value. So right there, very low fees. This is approving this swap, right? Now I'm going to check the same thing because we're getting 0.0148 over here. Let's see what we get if we use Uniswap. So I'm going to swip this over. Uniswap's going to have the baby tokens right there. I'm going to maximize that out. And notice here, it's giving us a little more on our money. So 0.0148, right? 546, right? So when we take this balance here, just so you can understand why the difference in what swaps you use and how you swap costs you money. Earlier, DEX Tools was charging us 50% to buy, and now on DEX Tools, it's not charging us the 50% to sell. But you can see here that if you convert this, right, this is 48.26. If we convert what this is happening over here, it's slightly different in, it's pennies on the sell side. So it's not too bad, but just let you know that converting on Uniswap, using Uniswap for this particular coin, is allowing you to get the maximum amount of money that you have on there. So that's kind of like the benefit of that. That allows you the maximum amount of money on there. So that's why you always want to learn how to check what exchange gives you more money, right? And this is sometimes, you know, why you can buy a coin on one exchange, sell it on another, and make more money. Obviously here, if you're selling, you'd want to sell on Uniswap here and get the maximize. Now we're going to go back over here and let's maximize out. And you can see here now when we hit the balance here, once again it's putting us at a lower balance side that we normally have. And let's go ahead and do the $145 again. We're going to swap again. It's going to confirm it. And now you can see our balance will rotate up. It looks like our balance should go from 6,000 to 12,000, right? Now you maximize. That gives you this amount of W wealth. Copy it, slide over to your coin converter, post it in there, and now you know how much you have worth of USDT of the current coin that you have. And that is how easy it is to figure out how much your coin is worth based on the amount of ETH or WETH that they're offering you. And it keeps it really, really simple there. So that's kind of like the basics of it, guys. So that is how to make sure you're getting the most of your token. And now notice here, every time you kind of put this in motion. So I'm gonna 0.1, and they're holding off fees here, right? So let's make it a little bit different here. We'll swap this, swap that. Okay. All right, maximize that, swap that. Okay. This here is 1.5. We'll do 1.47. We'll swap that out, confirm it. It's going to give us another 6,000 baby tokens, right? And there we go. We made a couple successful swap here. And we can see that our balance of our transaction confirmed. And now we should see this baby token go up to 612. So we should have 18. There you go, 17,000 tokens. See that? And that's your balance of your baby tiger. Rotate it back and forth. There you go. And now to understand what your baby tiger is worth, all you have to do is simply maximize it here. It shows us now that for that swap, they would swap us out for this amount of WETH. Put it in your Coinbase converter to see how much that is worth. So you can see how much your baby tiger is worth. And it's worth 143. So in those transactions, keep in mind that the transaction fee was sitting at about 2 cents, right? But we are about $2.80 short of our 146 scenario. So half of that's still in Ethereum wrap. So the transaction fees on this ended up being about $1, right, for everything that we did there. So it's not that big of a deal. So we swapped out. It cost us about 1% to do it, and that's not too bad on base. So not a bad scenario. And this is why you want to make sure that you're not paying for exchanges that swap tokens that take 50% of your money, right? So a lot of times, guys, you got to make sure when you're dealing with all these different tokens that you're using the correct platforms to swap coins so that you're getting your maximum amount of coins. And that way you're not paying fees that you don't need to pay. So this is just an educational video on how to make sure that you're getting your money's worth from your exchange. And don't pay an exchange 30 to 40% to swap a coin, right? And especially if the coin has no fees, like this coin says it has no fees. buy tax 0, sell tax 0. So those fees should be very minuscule. And by using the Uniswap, we can see that we were only paying like 1 cent or 2 cents. It ended up being a little bit more. It ended up being about $1.20 for the 3 swaps. So it's at 30 cents a swap. So not too bad. Overall, probably about 1% on the entire bag. So that is how you can figure out, one, if the exchange is overcharging you and which exchange you should use. Don't just use the same exchange over and over. Make sure that you are getting what you're paying for. That is how to tell if you're getting charged an extra fee or service fees that you shouldn't be paying. And I definitely wouldn't buy, okay, for instance, let's go back over here. We'll maximize this, right? Yeah, and you can see here they want the estimated buy tax is BBT is 50% on DEX tools. You don't want to do that. So by using Uniswap, we saved ourselves 30% of our money easily, right? On the sell side, you know, if we maximize this, for some reason on the sell side on DEX tools, we are actually getting our value back. So I don't know if the project needs to reach out to DEX tools and figure out why that when people go to sell on DEX tools, they're taking half the money. But when you buy, you know, the project needs to reach out and talk to DEX tools about why when people are buying on DEX tools, they're getting 30% of their fees taken by DEX tools. But when they sell on DEX tools, they're getting the correct amount. So there's no problem selling on DEX tools. It's buying on DEX tools that actually costs you money. So this is why you want to always know how to double check when you're buying something, what exchanges to use. The second thing you guys learned in this video is when you have a coin and the value of the coin is basically all wrapped up where it doesn't show up on a MetaMask or a new wallet because it's too new, you simply go over to DEX tools, connect your wallet, and or actually Uniswap, whatever the exchange is. And when you connect it and you swap it, it tells you how much you're going to get back in WETH, right? And that's how you can, you know, figure out how much that's worth. It should tell you on the balance bottom here, but if you don't know that, or if it doesn't show up for some reason, and you connect your wallet and you maximize here, and you can see here on the DEX tools, it doesn't tell you how much money this WETH is going to be worth. Uniswap, on the other hand, if you use Uniswap and you hit maximize your sell all your baby tokens, it's showing you the value of the token, and more importantly, it shows you how much it's worth after swap. So if you use Uniswap, this pops up for you. If it doesn't pop up for you, all right, or if you're on DEX tools and the only thing you see, or you're on an exchange where the only thing you see is WETH, just take the WETH, go over here, go to Coinbase /Coinbase.com/converter/WETH/USDT. That's your converter, and save that as your favorite so you don't have to keep typing it in. That will convert your ETH into your USDT. And the best part about this is this converts everything for you. So if you're confused on how much money you have in Tron, Doge, whatever, if you put it here, it'll convert whatever amount you have, and it'll tell you how much USD or cash you actually have. So that's how you use a converter, guys. Other than that, good luck, God bless. Make sure that you're double checking your exchanges so that you are getting the best value for your money, and to make sure that you're always ahead of the game, guys. Make sure you like, share, and if you just found this video educational or helpful, leave a comment below. Say thanks for the information. Keep them coming. Don't forget to follow. Don't forget to share the video so other people can learn about projects, how to buy, how to find out what value they have, and dig in. Like I said, guys, we'll be doing more dig into these projects that we are talking about currently, and bring you more projects that we find very worth doing some due diligence on and digging into, that could easily do a 10x for you up to a 50x, right? Because that's what it's all about. Buying in July and August is buying for the bull run, and in 4 to 5 months, in the Novembers and Decembers, you could take $2,000 to $50,000, and that's not a bad return. Other than that, your boy VC, good luck, God bless. Have a great day. I hope you found this video educational, and I'm hoping you're having a blessed day. Make sure you send some text messages out, call your mom, dad, tell the people that you love them, or just send a text saying, thinking of you, I hope you're having a great day. As always, take time to read some spiritual stuff, and focus on your goals and things that you want to accomplish. Good luck.